Hello, welcome to 360 Sports Center. For those of you that don't know, my name is Coach Chris. I am the owner and founder of 360 Sports Center. We are finishing up our 10th year and beginning our 11th year of being open. Over the years, we've developed a number of new procedures and processes that allow us to provide a better product and experience for you and the rest of our 360 families. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, we've altered some of our procedures and processes to make things a little bit safer. I will take you through some of our processes so that you have a better understanding of what we're doing to help keep you and your family safe.
All right, so one of the new processes that we have is our drop-off and pickup. This affects classes at the moment and will also affect camps. Camps is gonna be a little bit different than class drop-off and pickup, but we'll go through that and kind of explain it. So if you've been here before, welcome back, and if you haven't been here, welcome. So the front of our building, we have a front entrance, and that's the front entrance right there behind me. That is typically where you would come in to drop off and pick up your athletes, your kids. So the difference now is you will only drop off at the front door if you haven't registered yet. And for now, the door is gonna be locked and you'll have to knock, or instead of knocking, you can text this phone number. There'll be a sign on the door here and the phone number, and I'll put it in the description so that you have it. It's 727-264-9204, and that goes directly to our front desk staff. So if you're already registered, ready to go, and you got a confirmation email, the next place you're gonna go, instead of the front door, you'll skip by that in the mornings or right before your class in the evening. And that is the other end of the building, which used to just be a side door we didn't use for anything other than emergency exit. So we're still in the process of fixing things up and using this entrance because we've never used it before in the past 10 years. So here we go. We put up a tent so that we can be covered in the shade, put down some pavers, some stones, a little mulch, some flowers that look like they need a little bit of water going on. They've only been there for a day, so. All right, so once they get under the tent, or once you drop off here, they'll come up under the tent here, and our staff will be waiting with a mask. We will be taking the temperature and recording the temperature of every athlete that comes through. And prior to that, every coach that comes through in the morning, they get checked first. So we check the athlete's temperature, record it. If they're below 99.9, good to go. We walk through this entrance now. So you'll be walking through this doorway and into the gym. We have a couple different types of infrared thermometers, the no-touch thermometers that we use. This is the most recent one that we have, the FDA approved thermometer that is actually being used at most daycares. Now, on the floor below, we have a multiple of numbers of dots, and those dots are all spaced out for social distancing. Now, I know those guidelines are probably gonna change, and as they do, we will change them. There are cubbies set up in the corner here for kids. We have them spaced out at the moment. We have more cubbies that we're gonna add, and we also have hooks for bags that we're gonna be putting up. They will then be allowed to put their stuff in a cubby, claim a cubby for the day. Then the next process is they take a sanitizing towel. They will put on some hand sanitizer. We have the spray bottle type and we have the gel type. The next thing, this is the newest thing that we hadn't done before, and that is we're sanitizing feet, because as you can see, the entire gym is all mats. So if we're walking on that and then putting our hands on it and then touching our face, it's an easy way to spread germs from our feet actually to our face. So we now have a process of, if you're entering the gym, you grab your towel, you step in the tray, then you step on the towel and go to your assigned spot. So the tray is very simple. It's actually, there's a towel in there to kind of absorb some of the liquid, and our liquid spray sanitizer is poured in this tray at the beginning of each day and checked continuously to make sure it stays damp. It's actually been lasting for a couple days at a time because we have a cover for it, so that's working out well. Athletes will step into the tray, get the sanitizer on their shoes or their feet, and then they will go up onto the towel to kind of dry the feet off. From there, they will then be directed to whichever station that they're gonna be part of or whatever class they're part of. Right now, the gym's set up for classes and tumbling classes to be specific. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through how that's gonna look. So as we have a walkway here, everything's kind of bordered out with this white Velcro that we put on. They're gonna walk down this walkway here. And as you can see down this way, stations are set up from the left to the right. So each station is set up with their own mats, specific to whatever skill that athlete's gonna be working on. And we'll know ahead of time because they're signed up prior to this. So I'll know, little Susie is working on back handsprings. We're gonna set up an entire station for her to get that back handspring. They're gonna be doing their entire class here. Once they're done, once they're finished with that class, then all of their mats will get sprayed down, wiped down, and then one by one, the students will line up. They'll throw their used towel rag in the bin. They will go out this door because we have the separate door, so they don't go out the way they came in. They'll walk through the parent lounge. These doors will actually be left open so they don't have to touch the handles too as well. So they'll walk through here, go back to the cubbies, get whatever their belongings are, enter back through the parent lounge again. Now, if it's a dance camp or a dance class, it's gonna be a little bit different. So when you first come in, the side door here, it's real easy to get to the dance room because we have a door right here for the dance studio. But we're not gonna use that door on entry. That's actually gonna be our exit door back into the space where the cubbies are. So our dancers, as well as every other athlete in here, will be sanitizing their feet and going through our gym entrance. And once they've gone through the gym entrance, they're gonna walk down to the other end of the dance wall, the Make It Happen wall. And what we're gonna have them do now is enter this side door. And once they do, they will enter the studio. The studio has also been marked out for social distancing at the time, for the time being. We have tape lines on the floor, you can see, 6 feet apart. We also have spacers with stars and dots that we can move around as need be. Once the class is finished, this floor will be wiped down, sanitized. We have sanitizing stations everywhere throughout. They will exit the other end, back to the cubbies where the belongings are, and right through the parent lounge, so they're not cutting through the gym area. And in the parent lounge, if you can see on the floor behind me, we have social distancing stickers, and they will be asked to line up. The first student stops at the blue line, which we have set up down here. On the floor, we have a blue line, and that's where the first athlete will stop. Now they wait there. Once they're on their dots and they're lined up, then our front desk staff will come back and get those athletes. Prior to that, we have a gate. This gate will be closed during summer camps all day long. We will have that gate closed. And this actually will be closed off as well. This gate is the stopping point for all summer camp students. They will not be allowed to go up front. So that way they have access to the bathrooms and our new hand washing station as well. And at the end of the day, when the front desk staff allows them, the front desk staff will open the gate to check students out, make sure they're going with the parents, and making sure that they're keeping that distance from each other. So once that's done, there's more stickers up here. They'll be lined up all the way up, and they will be given to their parents through the front door. Couple scenarios we kind of come up with that we're probably going to run into as we have in the past, and that's students that, something happens, an accident or whatever, and parents are running late. We're actually going to have seating up here. I have 3 chairs now, but we have a whole bunch of brand new chairs we're going to put up here that are vinyl, easy to wipe down, keep sanitized, and we'll space them out with social distancing as well, and the students can have a place to sit and wait while they get picked up. So I think that's pretty much the pickup and drop off process. You will be required to fill out a form, a questionnaire as well, and that has to do with COVID-19 and if you've been exposed or the potential of being exposed, because we just want to keep everybody here safe as possible. We're going to do everything we can in our power to make sure that happens. Well, I want to thank everybody for sticking with me through this little tour and going through our new procedures and processes to keep our kids safe and distanced. And if you have any questions, reach out to myself, Coach Chris, or our 360 staff, and we will be more than happy to help you. All right, you guys all have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a good one. So for summer camps, we have lunch. So for lunches in the past, we had the parent lounge filled with picnic tables, and we let the kids set up at all the picnic tables like a school lunchroom. So we're gonna do a little bit different this year, actually a lot different. We're gonna actually set up areas for lunch. So we'll have an area towards the front that we can have lunch at, so we can just put small groups of kids there. We'll do 2 separate areas within the parent lounge. And then I don't know if you saw when we first came in, there's picnic tables actually already set up, but that will also be spaced out. And we will have athletes be able to have lunch in this area as well. So we'll space them out. And if it turns out we need a little bit more space, we actually have another room in the back that we can open up to lunch as well. As we walk through, you can see we literally have hand sanitizing stations set up everywhere throughout. I believe there's a total of 10 hand sanitizing stations throughout the facility at the moment. And a hand washing station. Used to be drinking fountains. We put it in hand washing station because we felt that was a little bit more important, because we can provide water bottles, I feel like. And most students actually bring their own water bottles anyway. So drinking fountains are now gone and hand washing stations are in. All right, so if you need to meet with somebody at the front desk, you're going to pull up, park your vehicle, text the number on the door or call the number on the door, and let them know that you need to come in and speak with someone. The front desk staff is going to come around. They're going to check your temperature before you walk through the door and spray your hands with hand sanitizer, or you can use the gel pump hand sanitizer, and then you'll be allowed to enter the facility. For the time being, we have face mask requirement. I have a feeling that's going to be lifted soon by CDC if it hasn't already. I'm also going to say that when you do come in, please use our social distancing stickers that are on the floor to keep your distance from others that might be in the facility. At that time, our front desk staff will be glad to help you get your registration set up or accounts fixed, any issues that you might have. And then the other thing is we have a conference room, a new conference room that will allow us to sit down and have meetings with our 360 families, and we will do end to end. So, because the table is over 6 feet long, that way we can keep our social distancing, keep our staff safe, keep you safe.